أعزائنا المشاهدين، أهلا بكم وحلقة جديدة من برنامج اسأل مع ميرا. سعيدة أن يكون معاكم النهاردة، وأني بقدم لكم النهاردة حد جديد، إنسان عمل يعني حاجات كتير كويسة في حياته، اكتشف موهبته من بدري وقدر ينميها لغايه ما وصلها لحاجه كبيره جدا. انا عايزه الاول اقول لكم كل سنه وانتم طيبين، علشان النهارده بدايه شهر الكحك وبدايه التسبيحه. ابونا من اسبوع قال لي لو الاجبيه بتخوف الشياطين، التسبيحه بتلهلب الشياطين. فالتسبيحه بركه كبيره جدا جدا في حياتنا. قبل ما اعرفكم على بول حنا ضيفي النهارده، عايزه اقول لكم ان كان في مره زمان وانا كنت في الكنيسه وكنت زعلانه قوي من حاجه، وبعدين كان في تسبيحه للعذراء مريم، وانا كنت قاعده معاهم بسبح، وعايزه اقول لكم المشكله اللي انا كنت زعلانه منها اتحلت في اقل من 5 دقائق. فالتسبيحه مهمه جدا جدا في حياتنا. وبول حنا حد كمان بيحب التسبيحه قوي. اهلا بيك بول.
Hi Mira, how are you?
I'm fine. أنا كويسة. طبعا بول حنا هو أمريكي وبس هو مصري، فهو بيعرف يفهم عربي وبيتكلم عربي كمان. هتتكلم عربي النهاردة يا بول؟
I'm gonna try but probably not.
بول هو مطرب معروف وبيعمل تور دلوقتي. أنت لسه جاي من تور من كندا مظبوط؟
Yes, I was there for maybe 1 week. 1 week.
اوكي. بول من اجمل اصوات انا سمعتها في حياتي. بول كمان بيكتب الاغاني بتاعته جميله جدا، هنسمع منها شويه حاجات النهارده. بول ممكن تعرفنا على نفسك؟
Yeah, I can. First of all, I came here with my family when I was about 7 months. We moved to Hawaii, to the mountains in Kaneohe.
اوكي. كان عندك سنه لما جيت امريكا؟
What'd you say?
كان عندك سنه؟
Yeah.
طب ونسيت العربي اللي اتعلمته وانت عندك سنه؟
Yes.
اوكي.
And then we grew up very simple and rode bikes in the street and played until the dark and washed our feet before we went in the house and went to school and got my engineering degree when I was older, obviously.
Okay, great.
And then yeah.
طب بول، وانت هل كان في مصريين عايشين حواليك ولا انت كنت الولد المصري الوحيد؟
I think there was maybe, well, our family and maybe 2 other families here back in 1979.
Okay.
Maybe 3 families.
Only 3 families. I know Hawaii has like a very limited Egyptian people so far.
Yeah, it's maybe 200 people, I believe. I don't know the number.
Okay. That's very little. So we always hear like, you know, يعني أكننا بنسمع حواديت عن هاواي. كل الناس نفسها بتحلم تسافر هاواي. ممكن تكلمنا عنها شوية؟ هل هي فعلا جميلة زي ما هم بيقولوا؟
Yeah, I mean.
إيه أحلى حاجة فيها؟
The mountains and the water and the flowers and the birds and the people. We have a different, we appreciate each other. We spread something called aloha.
Aloha.
That's the goal. Aloha. Love and friendship and kindness and goodness.
يعني كل الناس في هاواي مبسوطة وبتحب بعض وبتعامل بعض حلو. قصدك تقول كده؟
I think everybody tries, but it's just like a lot of the different islands. Not only Hawaii, but Hawaii is special.
Okay. And do you think in the different states are different? عشان انت بتقول في
Yeah, in the mainland, I think if I'm answering your question right, every state is different. I believe that. If that's what you were asking.
مظبوط. أنا بسأل كده. أيوه صح. اوكي. طيب كلمني على ازاي هي المكان اللي انت عايش فيه أثر عليك وخلاك الفنان اللي انت عليه دلوقتي. أثر. Affected you, impacted you.
Me.
Yes.
A lot.
Like how?
The nature and the tightness of the island. And a lot of the music, the Hawaiian traditional music, and a lot of reggae music since I was a kid.
Okay.
I was telling somebody else, it's not a joke when when you get born, you start listening to island music. It's that powerful. It's that necessary. It's that automatic. So the music is beautiful here, and it inspires me a lot.
طيب في شباب كتير عايزين يعملوا ميوزك بس البيرنتس ميبي بتقول لهم اتس نوت ا كارير. تقول ايه للشباب دول يا بول؟ لان في كتير بيحبوا الميوزك او في كتير يقدروا يعملوا ميوزك بس هم مش عارفين انهم يقدروا يعملوا ميوزك. How to discover yourself?
Yeah, that's a brilliant. You just said it. Number one, I wouldn't be pursuing my music if I didn't have evidence. So you have to have evidence, and my evidence is from positive feedback from listeners, compliments if that's what you want to use, people believing in me, and myself. I know that God gave me a very special ear, and it took me some. No, it didn't take. Yeah, it did take me some time to figure it out. But once I figured it out, I tasted success like this, and then slowly, and then now, it's very evident that I'm on the right path. Okay. But you asked me about kids. You asked me about somebody who wants to do the music or art, and how do they know it, or how do they want to do it? Is that what you asked?
Yes.
Everybody wants to play in the NBA. Everybody wants to be on stage. Everybody wants to paint like Picasso.
Correct.
But we have to be realistic. We have to be realistic with our talents. And the only way to do that is to, number one, we have to figure out our talents. And the talents are given from above.
100%.
So when you know you're 100%.
Yes.
And when you know when you have to take time to discover it. And that takes a lot of self-reflection, a lot of just a lot of time, a lot of. I think I want to go back to being realistic.
Okay, so I feel like it's a big sin to have a talent like drawing مثلا. لو انت انسان بترسم، لو انت انسان بتغني او بتعمل اي التالنتس كتيره قوي. انت ممكن تكون بتخدم حد او بتسمع، بس تسمع حد يتكلم وانت بتسمع له. كل الحاجات دي تالنتس من السما. بحس انها خطيه كبيره لو انت عندك التالنت دي ومش بتكبرها. What do you think about that?
I was just speaking to somebody today, and she told me this. She told me, I'm not an artist. I don't have many talents, or I don't have any talents. And I told her, hold on. You're very patient. You're very calm. You're very kind. So talent doesn't necessarily mean a drummer or an artist or an actress.
حقيقي.
Or about, you know, a talent is humility. A talent is a good listener, etc.
Yes.
So
التواضع. يعني هو بيقول التواضع لوحدها دي موهبة. انك تسمع لحد موهبة، انك تكون انسان طيب موهبة. احنا كلنا مواهب، بس احنا نشوف ايه الموهبة بتاعتنا ونقدر نستخدمها مع الناس ازاي، لان دي مهمة جدا. مفيش انسان جاء على الارض without a message or رسالة. فالرسالة دي انت لازم تقدمها للعالم وتكبرها وتعرف هي ايه. غير كده هتكون خطية وربنا هيزعل منك، لان هي دي الوزنات. الوزنات انا مش عارفاها بالانجلش، ما تكسفنيش. الوزنات. Yes, gifts.
Continue.
You know, gifts. They actually, it was in the Bible when God gave like wazanet or gifts for those people, and someone hide it and someone, you know, invest on it.
Okay.
So I don't know exactly the expression of the wazanet, but it's a gift.
But I understand.
Yeah, so this is the wazanet, الجفت اللي ربنا عطاها لنا. We have to invest it, we have to work on it so hard ونطلعها ونكبرها. عشان كده في كل حلقة بقول لكم احنا نور العالم، ولازم ندي نور لكل الناس. انت نور العالم. كيف تكون نور العالم يا بول؟ ازاي تكون how to be a light to people?
I believe and I know that it goes back to what you said. Discovery of what we're blessed with, using it for positivity and good.
نكون إيجابيين. Okay.
إيجابيين.
Using hard words. Positive.
Okay, I love positivity is key.
Yes.
Positivity and thankfulness are key. But
الإيجابية
anyway,
والشكر. أوكي ممتاز. To be
الإيجابية.
grateful. Yes الإيجابية.
yeah.
أنت بتتكلم عربي ممتاز. أوكي
Thank you.
الإيجابية والشكر والجراتيتيود إن إحنا دايما نكون شاكرين لربنا وشاكرين لكل الناس اللي حوالينا. It's very
Yes.
important.
I
مظبوط.
agree.
اوكي طيب بول احنا عايزين نتكلم شويه مع البيرنتس اوكي so forget about
Okay.
the youth or the young people let's talk with the parents a little bit I will try ان انا اترجم or translate بس how to encourage your kids how to not dim their lights لان في lots of kids هم lots of parents متخيلين انهم to discipline their kids they are discipline their kids بس هم بيديم their lights. Do you agree?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. تقول لهم إيه؟
Big time.
No. Yeah.
So I'm telling the parents.
Yes, you're telling the parents. تقول لهم إيه؟
I believe. Well, I'm not a parent, but from my experience with just viewing parents, viewing different families, our culture. I think it's very, very key that the parents discover who their kid really is, and not like you said. Let's continue. Hold on. Who's my child? What does she or he like to do? When are they happy? What are they good at? Let's figure that out. I have a very good friend. He's a doctor, and whenever we speak about his son, he says, "You know what? I want my son to do what he's good at and what he loves. It's not about money and getting a pharmacy. I don't want to dive into that, but I will. But I will not dive into that. It's about discovering what you love, what you're good at, what you're successful at. But don't forget, this is for the kids. We have to pay for our rent, our roof, food, insurance, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
But the parents need to have patience.
Okay.
And not determine what the kid's supposed to be. Let the kid determine what they're supposed to be.
مظبوط يعني انت بتسال البيرنتس انهم يكون عندهم صبر على ابنائهم انهم يشوفوا هم بيحبوا يعملوا ايه وبتقول للابناء كمان لازم هم كمان يعرفوا انهم لازم عندهم مصاريف يخلوا بالهم عليهم يعني لازم يكون عندك كارير والموهبه.
Yes.
لو الموهبه
Yes.
نفعت تكون كارير it's amazing if not you can have
Yes.
you can balance both no problem.
Yes. You have a hobby. You have your career. However, sometimes the hobby, here it is like here.
Okay.
They're in the middle. But sometimes the hobby can turn into, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
But sometimes.
I understand.
Sometimes, you understand. Go ahead, ترجم.
اوكي اترجم. لا احنا عايزين نسمع اغنيه ليك في صور مع الاطفال ممكن نحط الصوره وممكن نسمع اغنيه ليك لو المخرج جاهز بالاغنيه زي ما قلت هو فنان بيتور بيعمل تورز كتيره وهو الجيتار النهارده للاسف الصوت مش شغال بس هو بيحب الجيتار بتاعه قوي والصوت انا سامعه صوت. اوكي.
Yeah, the microphone isn't good on this guy.
Okay.
People say we gotta go home. The people work too much. We people work hard, working for what?
بتحس بايه يا بول وانت بتغني؟ What's your feeling?
Ooh, freedom.
Freedom. انت اللي بتكتب كل الكلمات مظبوط؟
I'll be honest. I'm going to be very serious. I do, but someone else is holding my hand.
Of course, 100%.
100%.
100%, because I write too, so I know the inspiration you're talking about. Sometimes I feel like the pen is writing is not me, and the pen is, it's a voice from heaven.
I agree, 1,000%.
Yes, 100%. اوكي طيب انت بتكتبها على اساس ايه؟ يعني انا مثلا when I write I like to write about the human feelings, experience. I love to write to encourage, to teach them a lesson first, not teach them, I teach myself. Like teach us a lesson, then a positive message in the end. How do you write?
Somebody asked me that, and obviously the artist, we're speaking about art now, music, blah, blah, blah. You have to have an inspiration or a moment of whoa. And my moments of what I have to go to my studio and write, they vary. I told them everything underneath the sun. It could be seeing the homeless. It could be war and peace. It could be, it is, not could be. It's living positive, like you say, loving everybody, not judging.
Not judging, very important.
It's a lot of different things. And I also say that, I also tell people, if you really want to get to know my heart and me, you have to listen to the lyric.
Okay. So I feel like judgment takes you to a dark place. Do you agree?
Me too. Oh, yeah.
How do you know you're judging? Because الناس بتتكلم وهي مش عارفة انها judging. الكلمة اللي انت بتقولها على حد ببساطة جدا ممكن تكون judgment. How we know this is a judgment and how to stay away from judgment?
Ooh, I think that number one, every human, we have a mind that is very hard to control. Our initial thoughts, our initial thoughts, especially if they're bad, are not ours. So once that thought comes in and it's not good and positive, you throw it away.
Okay, you throw your thought away. I like that.
Throw it away. And yeah, that's what I do. I try my best to throw away a couple negative thoughts and also thoughts that make me feel like I'm the best. I know everything. If I don't throw, you know what I mean? If I don't throw away those thoughts, then what's going to happen to me? I'm going to be full of pomp and I'm going to be arrogant and.
But we are good. We are good, Paul. You're good. You have to be proud of yourself sometimes, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. No, we have to know in our deep self that we are good and we are worthy. بس نبقى
I agree.
Yeah, بس لازم نكون humble زي ما انت قلت في الأول.
Yeah, we have
So
to.
it's again, it's a balance, really hard balance.
It's hard.
Yes.
It's hard. Living in society is.
مظبوط.
It's hard. Very hard.
يا انت بتحب تتكلم على السوسايتي كتير قوي وفي طبعا حاجات نيجاتيف كتير في السوسايتي بس زي ما انا قلت we have to be the light in the society. ازاي نقدر نكون good example يا بول؟
Well, first of all, nowadays, and even, I don't know, it doesn't matter about nowadays or whatever time frame. What happens is society is the teacher. Unfortunately, society is the teacher. Society is the parents. Society is the driver of the car. It breaks my heart because people are spending so much time listening to the billboard and they never listen to their heart. So the only way to be a light, as you asked, is to listen to their heart.
Yeah,
because everybody's heart is. Yeah. No, I agree with you too. Yes, we have to listen to our heart because our heart is full of love naturally. Our heart, what's the word? I don't know it. The heart is full of love from the get-go.
نعم.
But
مش فاهمة.
the heart is already full of love
Yes.
from when we're birthed.
Of course,
But
yes. الحب
I think
جوانا.
but society has acid rain. Acid rain.
Okay. طيب بول احنا عندنا question. My son, he's a teenager. He loves music, but I think he's taking time from his school. Can you give him an advice? That's a good question.
Oh, school comes first.
School comes first?
So, I mean, the education is very important. problem solving, learning how to communicate, learning how to work as a team, learning how to advocate for yourself. It's very important. However, finish your school, finish this and that, and then pick this up. After. You'll feel 10 times, after. You'll feel 10 times much more better and more complete and more fulfilled, I believe.
Okay.
Take care of business. Take care of business.
So even though you are an engineer, but you chose to be a teacher for 13 years of your life, why teacher? Because I think you have a very solid ideas about, education.
Well, I left engineering to pursue my music.
Okay.
It didn't work at that time.
Okay.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Because I ended up, it wasn't the right time. Now is the right time.
Okay, perfect.
I needed work. So I started to work at a cafe. I met some people, they had kids, the kids had autism, and I was fascinated. So the parents actually trusted me with them. And I used to work with their kids one-on-one. And then I got a little bit more, wow, I love working with kids. I have a talent. I discovered my talent, another one. I applied for a job, and my sister told me this. She said, if you don't get the job, you go back to Hawaii. I was in Venice Beach at the time. She said, if you get the job, you stay. I didn't get the job, so I moved back home. And I got hired at a school, Asset. It's a school for, the population is mainly for dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia, ADHD, and a lot of emotional.
Wow.
The kids need.
That's a very challenging. Very challenging.
It was challenging, but I only had the civil engineering degree, so I had to work at a private school, and Dr. Susie Travis was the principal, and she believed in me and hired me on. And she's one of my mentors, and she's forever my angel.
And you stayed there for 13 years?
I believe 13 years total, my favorite number.
Yeah.
And today is Friday the 13th.
Yeah, today's Friday 13th. That's what I was telling myself. Actually, I like number 13. I'm not afraid of 13.
I'm not afraid, but it's going to get spooky today.
Really? Already happened in the morning with me. I wish not at night. Okay. طب it's amazing. So أنت اتعلمت إيه من الأطفال دول؟ لأن I believe that we learn from the kids, not just teaching them.
Oh yeah, I wasn't. My job label was Mr. Hanna teacher.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, but there were 11 of us, usually 11, one of me and 10, usually 10 of them. The small class sizes make it easier to teach.
Okay.
However, there are 11 teachers in there, not just one.
Okay.
Not just one. There are 11 of us learning from each other, teaching each other.
So you call these kids 11 years old kids, or how old they were?
Mainly, I taught K to 12, but mostly high school.
Oh, high school kids. So you call them teachers, not students. That's amazing.
No, I don't want. It's not. They're not. No, I'm not going to say I don't like the word student, but I was a student of 10 teachers.
Wow.
That's a teacher needs to realize that.
Okay, so you call your student teachers and you call yourself a student.
I never thought of it, but I will now. I'll do that now. You said it.
Okay, so tell me what you've learned from those 10 teachers.
Let me think. Number one, I'm not saying it in any order, but to never give up.
Never give up, okay.
Work hard.
Work hard.
To not be embarrassed to speak up.
لا تخجل من أن تتكلم. دي very important يا جماعة. إن إحنا بنتكسف إن إحنا نتكلم ساعات. So don't be embarrassed of your speech or anything.
Big time.
Yeah. خد وقتك واتكلم براحتك. Okay.
You're right. If we don't, I'm gonna be like this.
Yes.
They teach you a lot of things, everything. I don't have the list. I don't have a list right now, but it's a pleasure working with the kids. It's a pleasure. It's my passion.
بس
I love them.
بس الكيدز يعني يعني انا اقول او في ناس كتير حواليا بتقول انهم بيسالوا اسئله كتير قوي، بيتكلموا كتير قوي. ازاي كنت بتهاندل their too many questions and wondering and stuff like that?
I actually, I'll be honest, I loved their questions that were not pertaining to math more than math questions. Don't tell nobody this. Don't tell my boss. However, there's a time and place. If I'm in the middle of something important, I have to tell them 1 second, I'll get back to you later. Or I can stop and address it because some of their questions are brilliant, too brilliant to not answer. And it what's it called? It will benefit the whole class, not just them. And sometimes they talk a lot, always, but you have to have a firm, it was hard for me, but I slowly learned classroom management. You have to be firm, and you have to have that love, and they have to trust you. You have to create a safe environment so they can be themselves and not get teased. No bullying, never in my class.
Really?
Never,
واو اوكي.
never.
طيب الكيدز اللي هم يعني مش هقول لك they practice bullying بس اللي هم they get bullied تقول لهم ايه؟
Say it again, they get what?
الكيدز bullied.
Bullied.
Yes.
It breaks my heart because, well, first of all, the people that bully, unfortunately, they don't know what they're doing.
They have
So they need to be
problems, I would
taught.
say.
They have something going on, but we're not going to defend it. The kids that get bullied, what do we tell them? They have to speak up. They have to tell an adult, not even their parents. Yes, their parents, but first is the teacher, because bullying usually happens at school.
Yes.
But the problem is they're scared of telling the teacher because then they're going to get bullied more. But they're not going to get bullied more if the teacher actually takes, what's the word? Not initiative, but if the teacher takes action with the administration, and the administration will contact those kids and contact those families,
Yes.
and those bullies will not bully again.
صحيح. لو حد بيضايق حد من اولادك في المدرسه علمه ان هو لازم يشكي للتيتشر بتاعه علشان ياخدوا اكشن. طبعا بول 13 سنه مدرس بيدرس الاطفال ذات الحالات الخاصه واللي عندهم تشالنجز معينه. هو عنده خبره كتير جدا مع الاطفال. طيب بول كنت بتغني للاطفال، عارفين ان انت بتغني ولا لا؟
Okay, that's a good question. They did. In school, you mean, in my work?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Hanna, you have albums. Mr. Hanna, I heard your music. You know what I used to do? I used to tell them, this is not the time and place. We're learning math, and this is not, I'd rather not discuss my outdoor life. Because I don't want to mix my teaching career with my music career. They need to be separate.
Okay.
So I actually put a stop to it.
Okay, great. طب اعتقد ان ده حلو قوي.
You're great.
ان احنا ثانك يو بول. سو احنا يعني دونت ميكس الشغل مع الهوبي بتاعك، ده تقصد، هو ده اللي تقصده.
I think that's at least for me.
Okay.
I
Actually,
don't want the attention. I don't want the attention, especially at my workplace.
Okay, perfect. So tell me about the attention you get, Paul. As a famous singer, what kind of attention sometimes you get?
I'm gonna be honest. I get many emails. I get many messages. I get people coming up to me. They tell me, I've been listening to your music for 25 years or 20 years, and my kids love it. I grew up with it. They tell me about my voice. They tell me about my lyrics. They tell me good things. A lot of evidence, like I said earlier. Now, you said something earlier about how it's important to know what we're good at.
Yes.
So again, I'll go back to the evidence. When somebody tells me something nice, or somebody tells me something about my music that's positive and encouraging, it goes in this ear. I let it marinate in my mind for only 2 to 3 seconds. I was gonna say like when you cook chicken, 2 to 3 seconds. I was just kidding. I love chicken. It goes in the mind, and then I have to throw it out.
Why?
Because guess why?
Why?
If I let compliments or praise stay in my mind,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be full of myself.
Yes, صحيح.
And honestly, it's one of the worst characteristics. Narcissism. It's really bad. So all the good things people tell me or show me or whatever, in 2 to 3 seconds, bye-bye.
بس أنا I agree with you بس I disagree with you. يعني it's very good to not be full of yourself, but you have again to know your worth, that you are very talented and you can inspire the world. If you don't know that you worthy and you have that talent, how are you going to inspire everyone else, right?
Yes. So there's a filing cabinet either here or in my heart or wherever.
Maybe in your
the
heart.
email, in my heart.
maybe
The
in your
email comes, Paul, you do this for me and my kids, blah, blah, t. I put that email in the filing cabinet and I don't look at it again. However, another one comes, file, another one comes, file.
I got it.
Because you understand, that's what makes me understand my talent. That's what makes me know I have to continue it.
صحيح. يعني لما يجي لنا كومبلمنت او الناس تقول لنا كلام حلو على الموهبه بتاعتنا او الحاجه اللي بنعملها، ما نفرحش بنفسنا قوي، في نفس الوقت احنا نحتفظ بالكلام اللي يبنينا ويخلينا نستمر، ولكن مش اللي يخلينا نكون مغرورين. No arrogancy. هو ده اللي انت بتقصده.
It's not too good. Being full of oneself is not a good place to be.
ان انت تبقى فرحان بنفسك قوي، هو بيقول ان ده شيء مش كويس، خصوصا كفنان او كانسان في موقع ان الناس بتبص له كاكزامبل يعني.
Good.
Yeah, very important. طيب احنا عايزين نسمع اغنيه تانية، اتمنى لو المخرج عنده اغنيه تانية لينا. طيب احنا في اغاني. Sorry Paul.
No, I want to hear it too. I can't wait to hear it.
خلينا نسمع نفس الأغنية تاني معلش، واللي يا ريت نروح على اليوتيوب نكتب بول حنا بالسبيلنج ده، بول حنا، بكتب بول حنا سونجز. بول، الرسومات اللي على اليوتيوب دي رسوماتك أنت؟
No. Oh wait.
Like the table. Like the table, like the small characters.
Yeah, the one that looks like a 7-year-old or a 2-year-old.
Yes, I really love it. So you're not just a singer, you're an artist كمان بترسم.
I love to draw, but the follow no trends logo, the black with the white moon and the follow no trends, somebody wrote that for me 23 years ago and I cannot find him. I need to locate him. I don't know where he is. Joey Dernhardt.
Amazing, but I encourage you to look as he's drawing. He's very creative, and also to listen to his songs. Beautiful voice, beautiful lyrics. Such a great inspiration for our community. كلمني على engagement with our community and the service, because the service is very important. الإنسان اللي ما عندوش خدمة أنا أعتقد إن هو he's missing a lot of good things. فممكن تكلمني على ال services and how we can discover that we can serve.
Okay. Not everybody needs to be a priest. Not everybody needs to be a Sunday school teacher. Not everybody needs to be deacon. Not everybody needs to sit in the back. Not everybody needs to clean the dishes. I'm speaking within the church. That's your question, right?
Yes, or general. Yeah, like church.
General? Okay.
Yeah, church
general.
versus general.
Okay, I like the general. We have to feel comfortable with what we're doing. God loves a cheerful giver. If we're not happy doing something, move on. Go find the other thing that's your service, your ministry.
Okay.
Ministry is a big word.
صحيح. يعني كل واحد ليه خدمة، دور على الخدمة بتاعتك. لو انت بتعمل حاجة مش مرتاح فيها ممكن تغيرها. زي ما قلنا what kind of services we can serve يا جماعة. انك تبقى kind to each other، تبقى طيب مع الناس اللي حواليك، انك تشوف مين محتاج ايه. هو حد مثلا مش بيسوق ممكن تساعده، تجيب له حاجات طلبات من بره، تسأل عليهم بالتليفون، ممكن تخبط على بابهم وتجيب لهم اي حاجة. يعني دايما بقول حتى لو جبت لهم اي حاجة، عندك شجرة فيها ليمون، لو اديت لهم ليمون this is a good service too. كل حاجة بتعملها دي خدمة. أهم حاجة إن أنت تبقى دايما تواظب على الخدمة دي، دايما بتعملها. طيب بول، تاني عايزة أكلمك على الميوزك بتاعتك. What's your dream؟ يعني long time ago أنا أفتكر بتقولي إن أنا my dream إن أنا I stand in front of thousands and thousands of people. I think your dream came true and you're standing in front of thousands of people. إيه الدريم بتاعك تاني للميوزك بتاعتك؟
Okay, when you said the word dream, the first thing I thought of was one of my mentors, Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what he says about dreams?
No.
He says dreams happen when you're asleep.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I had to say that, but I know your question.
I understand.
My goal and my goal is to slowly capture each state, each continent, many churches as much as I can, many different types of people. It doesn't matter religion, doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter doesn't matter anything. I love people too much. I want to be able to hang out with them all. I want to hang out with as many people from as many different countries and cultures as I can. So the goal is there's no limit to where I will reach, and I believe that I will reach it.
Sky's the limit. I understand exactly what you're saying لأن أنا كمان بحب الناس قوي. I love people so much. I love to talk to everyone, everywhere, every time. So I know what you're feeling. بس أنت يعني talented، عندك موهبة جميلة جدا. فأتمنى إن أنت فعلا توصل لكل أحلامك يا بول. عايزة نصيحة. أنا قريت article في الماجازين كانوا عاملين معاك interview. Okay? Allow me to read it to everyone.
Okay.
كان المحاور معاك او يعني الهوست بيسألك what's one piece of advice you would give and inspire people with. انت قلت له 3 points. I love those 3 points. Do not follow or listen to society when there is no one who knows our past. If we listen to society, in my opinion, misery will fall upon us. It's very deep. If we listen to society opinion, misery will fall upon us. ليه قلت الكلام ده؟
It's from what I see and from what I hear and from what I see.
So you have to believe in yourself. يعني مهما الناس تقول لك انت صوتك مش حلو، انت مش بتعرف تعمل كده، انت الرياضه دي انت مش شاطر فيها، روح اعمل حاجه تفلح فيها. ما تسمعش للناس دي واجري ورا الحلم بتاعك او الجول بتاعك زي ما هو بيسميه. انا بسميه حلم، هو بيسميه جول او هدف. كل واحد عنده
هدف.
يس هدف. اوكي طيب قلت تاني حاجه قلتها الادفايس، قلت take the time to dive deep into ourselves and listen to our voice. طيب أهمية إن أنت to dive deep to yourself، إن أنت to discover بقى زي ما قلنا في الأول، discover كل التالنتس بتاعتك وتحطها قدامك وتحط البرايورتيز بتاعتك عشان تعرف أنت تقدر تخدم في إيه. ممكن to explain more يا بول if you like to explain more. The importance.
To dive?
Yes, to dive onto yourself.
Before I say that, before I forget, the person Carol Ishak, I believe, and Abuna Gregory in New York, they're the ones that drew the picture in the magazine. I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
Now, as far as diving in, what was your question, Mira? I forgot.
To dive in ourselves, to discover ourselves more.
So not many, I don't know, but many people don't like to be alone. Mm-hmm. However, when you're alone, that's when you learn about yourself. That's when you, being alone, spending, you can talk about it, please.
No, حقيقي يعني. أنا مش عايزة أقطعك في الكلام بس.
No, I don't care.
Because I like to be alone. يعني كنت يمكن زمان I don't like to be alone، بس when we grow up we learn that alone is better يعني. ان انت الوحده، الناس دايما بتخاف، يقول لك انا خايف من الوحده، انا لما اكبر هكون لوحدي، كل الكلام ده. بس انت لما بتكون لوحدك بتتعلم عن نفسك اكتر وبتفهم نفسك اكتر، وبتبقى في كوميونيكيشن اعمق مع ربنا which is very important يا جماعه. الكوميونيكيشن الديلي كوميونيكيشن او الكوميونيكيشن اليوميه، ان احنا نتكلم مع ربنا، دي مهمه جدا جدا، وان احنا نبقى دايما نكتشف انفسنا. عندك اي تعليق؟ Do you have any comment?
No, I totally agree, but I want to add something. There's a difference. There's a difference between spending productive time alone, and there's a difference between, for me at least, lonely.
Yes.
Or feeling alone.
Yes.
So, I love, like you, I love my introverted time, but deep in my heart, I want. It's very important to have. Whether it's your blood family, whether it's your Hanai cousin, or whether it's your cat.
Companion يعني؟ حد معاك؟
Yeah. Yeah. That's. I think that's the gift from God. Someone who understands you, someone who doesn't judge you, someone who. There's a lot.
I tell you the truth. مين هيحبك without judgment? Give me one person who will love you so much without judgment.
I think number one is your parents, or you're the one who birthed you.
I would say parents, they judge sometimes too. They could.
Because then there's nobody, because
it's God.
We're all.
It's always God. Yeah. It's my opinion.
I was waiting for you to say that.
No, seriously. يعني كل الاتجاهات هتوصلك في النهاية only God. بس جميل جميل قوي جميل قوي ان احنا to have those kind of people اللي هم بيقبلونا بعيوبنا او they accept us as we are without trying to change us. بس ما فيش. Seriously, there is no.
I wrote a song. It's a song that's called "Only One Holds the Gavel." The gavel is what the judge uses when he or she.
بيقول لك حد بس هو اللي اوكي، اللي هي العصايه بتاعت القاضي.
Yes, and we all know who that is. Now, one of my favorite stories is when it happens to be from the Bible. Mm-hmm. He who is without sin cast the first stone.
أيوة، من هو بلا خطيئة يرجمها أولاً. من منكم بلا خطيئة فليرجمها أولاً. قصده يقول إن أنت لما بتقول لا ده في العيب ده أو ده في حاجة غلط، كلنا يعني مليانين عيوب، فمحدش يدين الآخر. It's very important.
Another one, we all know it. Look at the dirt in my eyes first.
الخشبة في عينك first. طبعاً. صحيح.
Kind of simple.
حقيقي بول، يعني دروس صغيرة بس كتيرة اتعلمناها منك النهاردة. Like very little lessons, بس it's a very deep lessons we learned today.
Same here. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
No, of course, anytime, Paul. We're so proud of you. We would love to know about your news. Next time you are in California, please come to visit us here علشان نقدر نسمع الميوزك بتاعتك لايف على الجيتار بتاعك.
I would love to come in your studio one day. You're a pleasure to be with.
Thank you, Paul, so much. Thank you for your time. الوقت اللي اديته لنا. Your experience with the kids, which is they became like, you know, your teachers and you became the student. I love that, you know, feeling. Great feeling. Thank you so much about everything today. كنت أتمنى إن إحنا نعرض لك أغاني، بس عندنا تقريبا مشكلة إن الأغاني ما فيهاش فيديو أو حاجة، فما عرفناش نذاعها. لكل المشاهدين يا ريت ندخل على اليوتيوب نكتب بول حنا، ده السبيلنج بتاعه. songs.
Mira, can I show the people this?
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is the way to get in contact. I'm going to hold it for however long.
Yes, please. Let me try. That's a great idea, Paul.
Oh. Is it working, Mira?
Well, actually, it is. It is working.
And then what happens when they get to my Instagram page?
Yeah, just
there's
keep
2 links.
Okay.
One of them takes them to 3 Youth Music, and one of them takes them to Follow No Trends Music.
Polo. Okay, and I got only one Instagram. Do you have a YouTube?
I do, but there's many channels. I don't know which one is the right one. I'll be honest.
Yeah, actually, I found some people, they took your songs and they, publish it for somehow. Yeah.
Can I do this?
Okay, let me try.
This is 3U's and this is Follow No Trends.
Okay, I'm not, okay, actually, yeah, both of them, they work, yeah, بس مش عارفة which is which. Okay, Spotify, that one on the left is a Spotify, the one on the right, I'm not sure what it is.
It's Spotify, but I do two types of music.
Okay.
The religious music and also the secular music. So there's two types.
Okay, perfect.
Tell me when to put this down.
Okay, put it down then. Very beautiful. So again, I enjoy going to YouTube, write Paul Hanna songs because he has his drawing in the songs so beautiful. my favorite, it's what, the Liffy Diffy?
Yeah, you told me earlier and you said it funny. It's Liffy Diffy. And then you asked me, what is Liffy Diffy? And I told you, I don't know. Because again, the name of the song or the words that we use, they don't have to mean anything.
That's beautiful.
That's a whole different story.
It's super fun. It's amazing story. It's واحد كان عايز ينزل يتعارك، هو زهقان وعايز ينزل يعني يفايت with anyone، بس لقى حد في المحل ست عجوزة فسابها ومشى. وبعدين بيقول أنا حاولت أركب القطر علشان أروح أشوف أصحابي وأهلي. فبيقول very important to always maintain relation with your friends and your family of course. And then هو بيقول يا رب قعد يصلي، بعد ما قعد يصلي شاف أطفال بيلعبوا في الشارع فقعد يتكلم على اللعب في الشارع. So it's a beautiful story ولفي دفي بتخليها أجمل كمان. Thank you so much Paul. I'm really, I really enjoyed our show today and I wish next time to be in the studio with me.
I really appreciate it. Thank you Mario and thank you Mira too much. This was beautiful. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you Paul وربنا يحافظ عليك. أعزائنا المشاهدين، النهارده كانت حلقة مختلفة وشيقة، اتكلمنا على حاجات في الحياة جديدة. عايزة أقول لكم إن الأسبوع الجاي هيكون معايا شخصية جديدة. إن شاء الله نحط الإعلانات عليها، وهيكون معايا يوم الجمعة والسبت هيكون معايا شخصيات برضو. يوم 21 هيكون معايا مايك ترمايك، هنتكلم على الترمايد اللي في البيت. لكن يوم الجمعة معايا شخصية جديدة انتظروها، بس أتأكد إنها تكون موجودة وأعمل لكم الإعلانات. وهنتكلم على حاجات كتير، إزاي نقدر نعمل فلوس ونحافظ على الفلوس وحاجات كده، حاجات مهمة جدا. والسنة الجاية عاملة لكم برضو إن شاء الله حلقات مهمة وكتير وجديدة. دايما صلوا للبرنامج، ربنا يحافظ عليكم. نصلي لبعض، نحس ببعض، نسمع بعض. يا ريت احنا ما بنسمعش، احنا عايزين نتكلم وبس، فنسمع بعض ونحافظ على بعض ونسامح بعض. والسنة إن شاء الله دي عدت على خير، يا رب عديها على خير، ونبتدي سنة جديدة، نبتدي حياة جديدة. كل يوم الصبح نقول له يا رب نبتدي معاك صفحة جديدة. ربنا بيحبنا قوي ومستنينا دايما نقول له بنحبك ويلا نبتدي صفحة جديدة. ربنا يحافظ عليكم. النهارده فكرت في حاجة قبل الحلقة، ان كل تقريبا يوم ربنا بيقول لك انا بحبك بشكل ما، مش لازم يجي يقول لك انا بحبك، هو بيقولها لك باشكال مختلفة. اهم حاجة ان احنا نسمع، يكون عندنا ودن ويكون عينينا بسيطة كاليمام. مش الانجيل قال كده كونوا بسطاء عينيكم بسيطة كاليمام. لو انت عينيك بسيطة، لو انت انسان متواضع زي ما بول قال، هتقدر تشوف وهتقدر تسمع الكلام اللي ربنا بيبعته لك كل يوم، من خلال حلقة، من خلال حد معدي، من خلال السوبر ماركت شفت طفل صغير بيقول حاجة لمامته. أنا بستنى كل العلامات دي علشان أسمع ربنا بيقول لي إيه. ربنا حافظ عليكم وعلى بيوتكم، ويا ريت كلنا نكون نور لهذا العالم. ربنا حافظ عليكم. باي باي.